Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We've got the press-on nails out again today and we're going to make a set for me. I've got, of course, some pinks because pinks are my absolute favourite colour. And I've got a pink and a white here. So you want to pick your favourite shade of pink. I've, of course, went for like a Barbie bright summery pink. I'm going for a very holiday-y kind of set. So we've got Spirit Guide and Bold White. And then you want your nude shade so you can pick out whichever colour tone works for you. But I've gone for this nude pink Morning Glow from Urban Graffiti, which is nails. And oh my god, it's amazing. I love it so much. That's why I was tapping on it. I really wanted to tell you guys it is so nice, and I'm really excited to explore more of their nudie shades. I've only got two. That company, I just don't really know much. Oh, I didn't, I guess, know much about them, and they do their weekly picks, and I kind of came across them very by accident, honestly. They're established in the UK and stuff, and on their weekly picks they kind of upload a couple gel polishes that are reduced, and so because I wasn't too sure about them, I didn't really know much about them, I thought it would be a good time to kind of try something new from another company and just pick something from the weekly picks and just see how it goes. And I have to be honest, I'm very impressed. Very similar to Madame Glam quality, very nice, especially when you're in the UK shipping and all that kind of stuff. You're able to basically get a good deal shopping with nails. And obviously they do the weekly picks too, which makes the gel polish quite affordable on there too. If you wanted to add an extra gel polish here or there into your order, you can definitely do so. They also, do different stuff, not just gel polishes. They do acrylics, I'm pretty sure, and also polygel, I think, or acrygel, I think they've called it, or something like that. So yeah, very happy with them, and I'm definitely going to be trying to pick out more of their colours, so you might be seeing more and more of their gel polishes on my channel. But real quick, back to the video. All of the nails had that Morning Glow applied, and I actually applied 3 thin layers. It's a really nice buildable shade. If you're happy with the 2 coats, then you can leave it there, but I kind of wanted another layer of opaqueness there, so I went in with 3. Then I'm going in with that gorgeous pink, and as you can see, it's quite bright, and I feel like the camera doesn't really do it justice. It's so much more bright in person. And I'm doing 3 French tip nails. It's going to be the index, middle and ring finger are going to have a French tip applied, and then off camera real quick I will go ahead and do another layer, just another coat, just to get any patchiness or anything sorted. So we're just on to the 3rd nail now, and then we're going to try and do something else on the channel today, which I think I did a video 2 ago. The Aurora nails, I think that's what they're called, where you've got kind of like the blended ombre look, where it kind of starts in the middle and then kind of fades into the nail from the center. So rather than your regular ombre, it kind of starts from the center and kind of blends into the rest of the nail. That's probably the best way I can explain it. If you type in Aurora nails on Google, you instantly get exactly what I'm talking about. And you can get different pigments to do this and stuff, but obviously we all don't have crazy money to constantly buying pigments, and especially all the different shades of pigments out there anyways. So I found a very old eyeshadow palette here, like super old, one of those that you brought probably for your kids to like play about with makeup. There's probably so many chemicals in here they probably shouldn't even be applying to your eyes anyways, and I thought I will literally never use these, so I thought let me try and just start using them in nails, and I've literally fallen in love with these Aurora nails. They are so cool, and this set was actually the first time I tried the Aurora nails, so I went for a very delicate colour there. So it kind of created a bit of a pearl effect, not quite what I was going for, but I wasn't mad at it. It definitely gave a little bit of dimension into the nails. It looks really cute. But on the previous video you saw was that purple one. That one was like proper pigment, and I've got such a nice pink set coming soon. Oh my god, guys, I literally made it for myself, I made it for my friend. I'm literally gonna probably repeat the set for myself, but just in different shades. Like, it's unreal. I hope the video gives it justice, and I hope the thumbnail does, so that you actually you click on it and don't miss out on the video, because honestly, unreal. So if you see a pink set coming up, it looks very tropical, very like summery as well, and very in right now too, like trendy nail design. The colours are just everything. I'm just so excited for you guys to see it. So yeah, I can't wait to show you. Likely it might be my next video or the one after. I've got 2 sets right now that I need to film, so it's either I film the pink one or I film the purple one. There's a purple one coming, but we'll see what I'm feeling, because there is a bit of work going on with that pink one, so it might be a long video, which I know some of you like that, but yeah, just a lot of work, but it's so worth it. When it comes to the pearl nails though, that's the thumb and the pinky. I'm doing this, I don't even know what you'd call this. You want to do a line. Then from that line you want to do, pretend like you're doing like a French dip. You curl it, you know, you're doing your smile line. But you want to do the smile line on both the top and the bottom. And then colour in just the corners there. I literally have no idea if this even has a name or how else to describe it. But colour it in and it looks pretty cool, to be honest. And then later on we're going to do a couple charmy, crystal-y things going on, and it kind of brings it together. Because on its own, I feel like it just isn't giving what it needs to give. But later on when we do the charms and stuff, it'll kind of bring it all together and it'll start to look like it's meant to be like this. And it's, you know, it kind of fits in with the set. So there's me just colouring in real quick. And remember, I am doing another coat off camera. On the camera, it probably looks very opaque and it looks like it doesn't need it, but it really does. Sometimes, you know, there's areas where it could be a bit patchy, where it didn't maybe, you know, cover too well. But yeah, I do a second coat. I always like to let you know, because sometimes some gel polish from Madam Glam are very opaque, like that bold white. I did not have to do another coat, happy days. But other times there's just some consistencies, some colours that just need it. There may be a bit more sheer and stuff. But now onto the middle nail. Once everything is cured, I'm going in with that white and I'm doing an animal print. Very simple animal print. You kind of just want to let your brush glide and just kind of do its thing. And I'm trying to be a bit more heavier on the edges, and as I'm coming in, I'm kind of trying to be a bit more delicate with the brush, so it kind of starts to pick up from the nail and create a thinner line. And you want to do that across that full nail, and that's it when it comes to animal print here. If you were a little bit unsure on doing it by hand or a bit nervous, then definitely grab yourself a stamping plate, because you could just stamp it in and not have to worry and have a perfect transfer and design every time. Now, to bring in some more of this summery holiday vibes into the set, we're going to do, I always get the name of this flower wrong. A hibiscus, right? I always say a lotus flower, but I think it's a hibiscus. One of the two. But I've been naming them quite often on the channel. We're in that season now where it's just summery and fun, and you just want to feel like you're on holiday, even though we're just not yet. So this is just one of those sets, essentially. I'm kind of living on a holiday, or like thinking that I am on one when I'm not. But I'm kind of prepping for one. But I'm also, nothing's booked yet. But you know, I'm getting myself ready. But this kind of flower is so fun, so tropical and summery, and it's so easy to do, as you saw there. All you need is a dotting tool and a nail art brush, and you're good to go. Super simple. If you just follow those dotted steps and then drag the lines into the center, you're going to have a really nice flower every time. The only thing I can provide you with guidance is that I think I even did it on this nail, to be honest, where, yeah, there it goes. I think I actually just popped the dotting tool into the gel polish too much. I got way too much on the dotting tool, and then when I go to stamp it down, you know, put the brush or dotting tool down, there's just too much gel polish transfer, and it creates this very thick dot, and that's a bit of a problem, because we kind of need it to be quite thin and delicate, because then you need to draw out the lines. So if you're going to create too much of a thick dot, it will just start to kind of blend into one another, and it's not what you want. Even if you feel like you've done that and you just want to continue, you will notice when you start to just drag out the lines where something's not quite right. But I cut that flower because we're just repeating ourselves here. So at this point, everything's gone into the lamp, it's cured, and now it's time to basically bling the set out very gently in a way. So on the thumb and the pinky, I've got these gold details. And I've got two of the same, but they're literally different sizes, which I thought were perfect for the pinky and the thumb. This was not planned at all. Just as I was making the set, it just so happened that I had exactly that. So it worked perfectly. Little one on the pinky, big one on the thumb. Right in the center there was some rhinestone glue gel. As you can see there, I've applied way too much gel, rhinestone glue gel there, but that's absolutely fine. It later kind of works with the top coat. There's no bumpiness or even unevenness later, and if anything, I feel like it actually helps the charms / crystals, whatever you're using, stay on there longer. I know in the past I was kind of just using very little amounts of that rhinestone glue gel, just enough to, you know, kind of stick it on. I just feel like it just needs a good amount to really help it stay, and so far so good. I've got a set that I filmed recently on, actually, and I've got some flowers and stuff on that, and it's been probably about 4 or 5 days now, and everything's on, nothing's budging, so that's a good sign. And then on the index and ring finger, we're going to do some flowers. We've got some pink and some white flowers, and then in between them and in the center, we're going to do a gold caviar bead inside. I'm not usually a gold girly, I'm usually a silver girly when it comes to jewelry anyways, but sometimes the right kind of colours, the right kind of set, just needs a bit of a gold detail, and this one just really made it pop. I feel like the silver would maybe just kind of, it would still complement it, but just not as well as the gold. The gold just really takes it to the next level, I think. And you kind of want to pop the carrier beads whilst the roundstone glue dough isn't cured yet, and you know your flowers are still movable, because sometimes I used to occasionally kind of cure my flowers in place before I did the carrier beads, and sometimes it just wasn't working. I needed to place carrier bead in a certain way or shove it in between the flowers, and I couldn't now because it was just already cured in place, secured, and I needed them to still bud. So as you can see here, I'm really trying to move the flowers around and pop the carrier beads where I need them, and just keep playing until I am happy with the look. So that's what I'm doing here. I felt like I wanted to keep it in just to show you, because sometimes I feel like I kind of show you the perfected, you know, I do it looks like I'm like it's super easy and I just do it within 30 minutes and I've got a whipped out a massive set, you know, but it's really not. Like, it's, I take my time, I have a little play. A lot of the time it's cut out, but it always happens. Now on to the next one. I think we're going to do, is it the next flower? If not, it'll be the middle one. Right, so that one actually has the Hello Kitty. So that's the only bit that actually has a Hello Kitty something going on. So it's actually a charm. So I got them a little while ago now, guys. Maybe 3-6 months even ago. Something like that. I'm just trying to get into like what's trending right now. I know I have my own little style, and you know what? Even though I say that, now when I'm making these sets, they're so cool. Like, they're so me, and you can always make a set you know, no matter what you're making. So I'm definitely kind of just trying to get inspired by what's going on, what's new, and then kind of just flipping it around, making it a little bit more of a me set. So I've got these charms, and I've got a couple more actually, like Hello Kitty ones, but they're a bit more large. So I don't know whether I should maybe do another one of those long stiletto designs that I used to do on my channel quite regularly, but this one I just kind of picked out the smallest charm I had because I wanted these to be ones that I can actually wear. And yeah, I'm quite happy with these. I would definitely wear them. Definitely. Really cutesy. And then to finish off the Hello Kitty, I've got these 2 star gold details that I thought would just tie in with the other gold that's going on in the sets. So essentially every nail has something stuck on and has some gold going on. Now I'm going to apply a top coat just on the thumb and the pinky, just because those were the easiest ones to actually apply the top coat into. So I'll do those first, then pop it in Slam for a Cure. But you'll notice I'm applying the top coat on top of the charm, and that's just to help it stay in place. And I'm going to actually repeat that on top of the flowers. And I know some people like to do it this way, some people don't. They feel like it, you know, maybe alters the color of the charms or the crystals. So far I've not had any issues, so I'm going to continue doing it this way, and I'm wearing the press-ons too, so I am kind of assessing how they're performing and what the retention is on the crystals and stuff, and I've been really happy with it personally. Very happy. I am still doing it. Obviously I'll report back if I change my mind, because it's sometimes, I feel like with anything, it's a bit of like a trial and error kind of situation. But so far I'm happy. I've actually got a set now that I've got these exact kind of flowers, the white and the pink, with some carrier beads inside, but my ones are silver on this occasion, but on the video obviously we've got gold. But yes, nothing has budged. Everything feels very secure, and if anything, it actually feels like it's less catchy. I don't know how it's going to feel with that massive charm. I've not actually ever worn nails that have anything as big as that Hello Kitty charm, so we'll see how that works in reality, especially with me, because I can be a bit all over the place and not always as careful as I maybe should be. So we'll see how that works, and I will let you know, maybe on like a short video or something. But yeah, so I'm actually going to try and apply some top coat on top of that Hello Kitty as well. And then on the edges, and after everything's cured, I'm actually going to go ahead and do another coat of top coat, just to really cement that stuff in there, really not making that budge at all. So yes, so with that second coat, it also again helps with the bumpiness and the sharp edges as well, and then it just helps with retention. So far I'm happy, but like I said, I will report back and I will let you know. But so far so good. That's it. I'm going to pop it in Slam for a Cure, and that's basically it out now. So I'm showing you it like this, but in just a second I'm going to show you it in its little container, just to show you what it looks like. But this set is for me to wear, so eventually I will pop them on. You'll probably see on Instagram or on the short side, and just to see what it looks like in action. But yeah, I've been really liking the press on nail content. I feel like there's just a little bit less pressure on my back at the moment, but I'm really feeling like I'm getting back into it. So I'm excited to get more creative and just kind of create more films and videos for you guys. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.